So because you were talking about stress through funding, in general, entrepreneurs, stress levels are skyrocketing day in, day out. So how do you manage stress, and what are your tips for people who are going through it? Because it's not just entrepreneurs, actually, people with a corporate job also.
Yes.
Even with me, every night I go with such a stressful thing to think about that I have to wake up at 5 a.m. కానీ నిద్ర రాదు because I'm stressed that I have to wake up at 5 a.m. So this kind of stress, how do you manage stress?
You don't think about the stress, right? You can't think about 5 a.m., right? You just do it. So for me, I think, like I said, sports was a very important part in the initial years. Then I took a lot of sabbatical for 20 plus years. Had a lot of health issues. Both my knees have had surgeries, and I've had a back issue, 2 children, gained ridiculous amount of weight through pregnancy, and then there was a wake-up call in 2015 is when I, exactly coinciding with my entrepreneurial journey. A year into business is when I said, done, right? This is done. And psychologically back then, I think even now people hesitate to hire a trainer, but I somehow again thank Saurabh, because he said, just try my trainer who will help you strength train.
Yeah.
And he knew about my knee issues, right? And I kept thinking the other way around. I said, I have issue, how can I go lift weights?
Correct.
Which is what is everyone's journey. People keep thinking, I have neck pain, I have back pain, oh, I have diabetes, I have cholesterol, or I have high BP, low BP, God knows what, right? These are all crutches, right? These are all reasons. So my philosophy in life again is, if you give reasons, you cannot get results. I work out for 40 to 50 minutes and I lift weights. I do 1 body part a day kind of a thing, or 2 body parts. And then I definitely do cardio. So people think walking is exercise. That is only for heart health. Like it's cardio, clearly talking about its cardiovascular health.
Correct.
So things like swimming, walking, cycling, elliptical, they are all cardio exercises. That is, heart is not your only organ, no, ma. Right? People, when you get spondylitis, I have grade 3 arthritis in my right knee.
Oh, wow.
And my knees are not aligned. If you look at it, they're very different, right? But when the doctor saw my MRIs and X-ray, he was surprised. He said, are you driving? Are you walking? Are you okay? And they suggested some 3 procedures of surgery. And I couldn't sit and get up. I couldn't do steps properly when after my daughter's delivery and weight gain.
Correct.
That was my wake-up call. And I said, I have to take. So that is when I moved from 3 days to 6 days. And everything changed. I have no pain, touch wood. I think people take their health for granted, especially when you're younger, when you're in the age of 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Suddenly you realize that you have to work really, really hard to forget about gaining, not lose, just to maintain is very challenging.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, stress management is going to the gym, walking, and of course I take my daughter to the park and swim. So I feel that is good. And that time you be in the present, right? Don't try to mix. And for an entrepreneur, again, one more thing I keep telling, right? The same day you have good news, you have bad news, you have excellent news, you have shitty news. Everything will happen parallelly in different department, different people. Continuous process. Somebody is joining, some great resource is resigning. It is like you have to compartmentalize each activity and event.
Correct.
And same thing at home. Like, how can somebody is not well, or I'm not well, or the child is not well. People say, how do you prioritize work? No, at different points, different things are priority, man.
Yeah.
Like today, you had to come for this shoot. So you can't say something else is a priority. You have to put everything else on back burner to show up here.
Yeah.
Similarly, this is important. So I put my swimming in the back burner. I'm here.
Yeah.
And every day it is about prioritizing for that moment. What is critical? Where should your time go? And you have to compartmentalize, because you have to celebrate the wins. You have to, wherever there is a fire, you have to put it off.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how do you compartmentalize. I think that has been a big learning.
I want to edit whatever you just said and listen to it every day.
Yeah.
This is very, very nicely put, actually, to keep, having multiple news, different good news, bad news, everything in a day. And you need to just step into whatever is the next priority.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
all.
Because we bungle it with 10 things and then start stressing, and then we open Instagram. And that only wastes time.
Yeah.
And I have friends who are deleting those completely because they have no control on it. They're deleting those apps.